So, ready or not, the holidays are coming. And in this episode, we're going to have fun going over our subversive approach to making them your best holidays ever.
I'm Sienna.
And I'm Toast.
We've been partners in life, love, and music since 2001. And we believe life is best lived as a love story. Your love story.
After all, to love well is to live well. For more, check out siennaandtoast.com. But for now, here's this episode.
Yay, it's Christmas. Oh,
I know if you went to the stores before Halloween, it was Christmas.
yeah, it was.
Did you give Bear his toy back?
I did. Thank you, Bear, for loaning us your bell toy for our sound effects.
That's the extent of the jingle bells that we have here.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you tuning in and listening to the podcast, and we hope you find this one enjoyable and fun to listen to, and maybe you can spread the word.
Yes. Oh, are we going to tell them about our shop now?
Sure.
Okay. So if you've been to the website recently, you may have noticed all kinds of changes going on. We added back the shop section, and there's way more stuff in there now than there ever was before. So check it out. Feel free to email us suggestions of perhaps products you would like to see in there or any other suggestions, because this is the stealth sneaky rollout, of the shop.
And just to let you all in on this, we will be adding new items as well as continuing to make tweaks on the shop. So it's only going to get better. And I will give you folks a little clue into some of the things that are coming. We do have currently some incense on the store right now. And what we loved about this incense brand, which is called Sea Witch Botanicals, is that they make their incense of pure essential oils. So when you're burning the incense, what you're breathing in isn't all the toxic stuff that a lot of incense are made of. So you can rest assured that, you can light your incense in ceremony and reap the benefits of some aromatherapy. But these incense sticks smell so good that we had to also stock their room sprays. So the room sprays are coming, as well as some other things.
Yeah, I love burning incense, but I know that Sienna would get headaches. Some people get migraines.
I get headaches. Yeah,
from burning like traditional or conventional, I guess I should say.
From certain ones.
Yeah.
Like there's certain Indian incense that I'm fine with. Mm-hmm. Certain Japanese incense I'm fine with. But it's like, finding those can be a challenge. So if you'd like to visit our shop, please do. And for our listeners only, 10% off, use the coupon code POD10, P-O-D 10. 10.
Yeah, the number's 10. And in case you haven't visited yet, I guess we should share with you our vision for the shop. We personally, if you've been listening to the podcast for any length of time, you probably won't be surprised to learn that Sienna and I, we love inviting, welcoming, creating a sense of magic in our everyday lives.
We do.
And we get that by spending time in solitude. We get that by making use of all the physical senses of sight, of music and sound, of scent, hence the incense. Just welcoming and trying to prioritize and appreciate every source of beauty that we can. Doesn't have to be big. It can be very small. But you can have such an appreciation for it that it really opens you up to this experience and this sense of magicalness in your life. And we wanted to create a shop that was very personal. This is very personal. We are packing every order ourselves. We're doing this. We wanted to create a shop where you can come and every single thing that you see is something that Sienna and I personally appreciate, use some form of, and we we would recommend and offer these to you as a way to incorporate a sense of depth and texture and magic into your life. So that's what this shop is. It's kind of, I think of it as kind of like, like a neighborhood wine shop where the owners just love wine and the culture of wine, and they have recommendations for you. It's very personal and down to earth, but it's not just the wine, it's the culture around the wine and the history of it and all that. So that's kind of how we feel about everything that you're going to see at the shop. And if it's not for everybody,
The shop is definitely not for everybody.
but when you go, you'll know if it's for you or not.
Yeah.
And if you get it,
It's more
then you get it.
It's more for the woo-woo folk. It's not too woo-woo, but it's just a little woo-woo. So
It's not woo woo woo, and it's
just,
not woo. It's woo woo. Okay. All right. Pod 10, get 10% off. Have fun. We're just starting out. Again, we welcome your feedback on it. Okay. And now.
Well, we used to have a shop before.
Yes.
And some people might know we used to have a shop before.
Yes.
But that shop was a little more of, I guess it was purely therapeutic, I would say. That shop, it had more of just therapeutic items for the soul versus what we have now, which is a little therapeutic items, but then more items that infuse magic. Which I guess is still therapeutic.
I see.
Magic is
We're
therapeutic.
coming at it from all different directions.
Anyways, we've revitalized the shop.
Okay.
Is what we're saying.
Okay. Yeah. It's a 2-woo shop, not a 3-woo shop.
Right.
Okay. Oh, you know what?
What?
Okay, I know we're going to talk. We're going to get to it. We're going to
okay.
talk about making your holidays the best ever in a subversive way. But
how do you do
we
that?
had some
when
free-
no one comes to your house for Halloween.
Okay, yes,
You're
we're
trying
gonna-
to make the holidays great. So you go and brave it to Costco. You buy up the candy. You even get some healthier treats, and nobody comes to your house. How are you supposed to have a great holiday?
we were so okay. I was shocked. Sienna was shocked. We were all ready for the kids to come to our house for Halloween. We live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of families and kids. I mean, when the bus stops by and in the morning, like there's a ton of kids waiting on the sidewalk for the school bus. But dang, it's like they all turned into invisible ghosts on Halloween. Yep. There was nobody there was nobody walking around our neighborhood in any costumes at all.
Nope.
So weird.
Nope.
So that's an update for you on how our Halloween was.
Halloween. So we had, I'm so happy to say we had, past tense, a giant bowl of all kinds of chocolate bars and some gummies and fruit things and all of that stuff. We had a giant bowl. And after eating
too many ourselves,
like even just having it from the 31st of October to the 1st of November, and to pack it up, because I asked my brother in Hilo, who loves candy, I asked him, can we please, in fact, he eats too much candy. But anyways, that's just my opinion. Can we please send you all the Halloween candy? He goes, yeah, sure, thanks. So we packed it up. Everything fit in a flat rate box, thankfully. And it just went in the mail today. But just from the 31st to the 1st, how many little mini size candies you can eat within that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a vicious cycle.
When you're an adult and you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want, look out.
Yes. And here's what I'll say. That was funny. Here's what I'll say too. So one of the bags we bought from Costco boasted 150 pieces of candy, right? All the brand name stuff, right? But out of that 150-piece bag of candy, only 3 were peanut butter cups.
Isn't that weird?
Who's monitoring this
Quality control.
the filling of these bags? 3.
I guess those are high value.
But
what's up with that?
I don't know.
Yeah, very strange.
I don't know. So, anyways, you can probably guess who ate the 3. Me. I ate it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that was our actual Halloween night. It was me waiting anxiously by the door. Well, not actually, I wasn't waiting anxiously.
You weren't
That's
waiting
dramatic.
by the door.
Yeah.
You were in the magic room enjoying your book.
I was reading a book, but I had the candy ready, just waiting for the little pitter patter of footsteps and the doorbell to ring, but nothing.
0.
So weird.
0.
Okay. But we also want to share with you that before the actual night of Halloween, we got to go to a haunted house in Portland that was put on, and it was really impressive. I think it was probably the best haunted house I went to.
Well, the last time we went to a haunted house, it was in California, in Long Beach.
Yes.
And that haunted house was pretty terrifying too, don't you think? Because they were chasing you outside of the haunted house. Like it wasn't like
right.
It was corralled to the haunted house experience.
Mm-hmm.
When it was basically a large outdoor space where you could go to and enter several different independent
giant
haunted houses.
Yeah.
But going from one to the other, you're in just this free open space.
And they had carnival rides and
they did
stand like circus kind of food stands,
circus
right?
foods,
like,
and people were chasing you outside. So
on the open grounds.
I thought that was pretty frightening. So to me, that having that aspect made it scarier to me.
Okay.
But can you hear my stomach?
I heard your stomach. I don't know if they heard your stomach, but we got to get you something.
Okay. Anyways, but I gotta say, I mean, I feel bad for our friends that we went with because I just screamed nonstop.
But that's part of it. Okay, that's something I realized as we went through the haunted house, because we went as a group, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were several of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us, and in the first half of it, I was at the front of the group, and Sienna was screaming in my ear every so often at the appropriate moments, right? When the person jumps out from the side or whatever. And I had fun, but then halfway through, we kind of switched places so that I was no longer in the front.
Because it's great for the front people.
Yeah. But I was no longer in the front. I was kind of towards the middle. And what I noticed was that when I was in the middle, that's when I started yelling my head off.
Why do you think so?
And I had fun doing that.
Okay.
And I think it's because I felt like when I yelled and screamed, it was like I was part of giving a scare to people too, somehow. Like I was part of
the crew,
the show or something. Like creating the atmosphere and the
by
ambiance for the person in the front.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't that scary? Instead of being in the front and being like, well, I wasn't that scared.
You did have that attitude.
That's my analysis
in the front when you
it.
Were leading it. Yeah. You're like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. What?
Really?
What, mommy? I'm not scared.
I thought that was so great, though. I was really admiring the sets. Like you walk into a room and it was really
well done.
Well, I thought it was really, really well done. So compliments and hats off to the Underhill Haunted House crew.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. The other thing I only caught on to after a few times was realizing that the signs every so often that said exit were just in case you wanted to leave early. I was like, wait, am I supposed to go through the exit sign? And then I realized,
scared.
That's if you actually want to leave early.
Yeah, that's good, right? For some people.
Yeah, I guess. And the last thing I'll say about the Underhill Haunted House was that I also appreciated that the pathway they led you through was wide enough so that if you're in a wheelchair, you can go through. I thought that was really cool. So, anyways.
But I really feel like we need a closure.
Closure with Halloween?
No, with the haunted house. Like once it's over, it's over. It's like we need a treat at the end, you know, like
an after party.
Yeah, or like just something mini. Like maybe there's a hot chocolate truck where you could have like, oh, let's go outside and have some hot chocolate, or you know,
to discuss the experience. It's kind of like,
yeah, just something.
After you see the movie, you want to sit down and talk about it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Just, you know, something.
Oh, speaking of that, sorry, one more follow-up about Halloween is we had a listener give us an answer to why ghosts say boo.
Oh, yeah.
Because in the previous episode,
thank you, Ryan.
We kind of raised the question of like, I wonder if why do ghosts say ooh? And do they say it in all cultures? And so we actually had a listener email us with some information that they had researched. And it turns out that ghosts probably say boo as a combination of the fact that it's a surprising sound because of the plosive with the B. B. That's a surprising thing. All of you audio geeks will understand what I mean. And I think it's related to some kind of original meanings in other languages too, like an entity or something like that.
So you gotta love having geek friends.
Yes.
Geek friends are awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Hug Momo for us. Momo is Ryan and Keith and Ryan's cat, who's just the cutest thing. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So on to the topic.
Okay, finally on to the main topic.
We didn't
oh my
know
gosh.
we would take that long.
All right.
Okay. So the holidays. So here's something that I find interesting this time around, this year. Okay, yes. Normally, I tend to feel the holiday stress coming on the day after Thanksgiving. So Black Friday, okay. You know, but up until Thanksgiving, I'm still focused on Thanksgiving. Okay. So, or maybe it's a mindset that, okay, wait, it's not Thanksgiving yet. Because I know that once Thanksgiving hits, then it's like, boom.
Then the holidays are undeniable.
Right.
You cannot ignore them any longer.
Right. But this year, I got to say that I feel it early.
The holiday stress.
I feel it now. I feel it. I started feeling it on November 1st, which was just a few days ago. So, and I wonder why that is. I don't know why that is. And it could be, maybe it's Mariah's fault. Because Mariah came out
Queen
with
of Christmas,
a special deluxe edition of her Christmas album. She came out with that on November 1st. So
it's a reissue of the entire album?
The entire album, but then also if you buy the double disc set, because she has a whole bunch of different Christmas things for this to promote this deluxe edition. She has like enamel pins and long sleeve shirts and cute knit hats and things like that. But it also includes the concert of a Christmas performance she did, Christmas concert in 1994. So that's what you can get as well. But maybe I've been seeing the promotion for that, and she's everything Christmas, right? So maybe I've been feeling that. I don't know. But have you been feeling?
I'm sure that probably contributed to it.
Oh, I know why too.
Why?
But I'd be curious to know, because maybe it's just me, but
okay.
I know that I was watching like a lot of scary stuff.
Oh, scary movies for Halloween season,
Scary
right?
things, yeah, like scary stuff.
You had recommendations for people and everything.
I did, and there was one in particular that was just getting to me, and I'm like, okay, this has got to stop.
Right, like you had a hard time going to sleep.
I could not sleep. And what this was, I will give you a warning. So in the last podcast episode, I recommended a series on Netflix called Haunted, where real people sit in a room with their friends and family, sharing scary things that have happened to them. And throughout their telling, they have really good reenactments of what happened. And in one just shook me. And it was about, in a nutshell, it was the episode where there's a nursing home for Alzheimer patients. And there's one particular elderly woman who is taken into this home, and you get to see what happens with her. And it's the story about her, and the person telling it is the main nurse in care of this woman. And oh my God, it scared me so much. And so
it turns out she didn't really have Alzheimer's.
No, she didn't.
She had something else.
Something else.
So,
but it scared me so much that
guess what that was.
I had to watch my Hallmark shows early.
Oh, to kind of cleanse yourself from the
I had to go
fear.
To the opposite end of, rainbows and butterflies, and snow and candy
Unicorns
canes and homemade
teddy
cookies.
Bears.
But the problem is we don't have Hallmark anymore because we got rid of cable a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And so I used to watch my brother's Hallmark. My brother loves Hallmark too.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, apparently a lot of people do, because Lord knows.
But then
there's an audience for it.
But then he gave that up for another. So anyways, I got my Hallmark back. But I had to watch. So maybe that's why I feel, because I've been starting to watch those shows.
Yes. Yes. And I think what you're talking about is the answer to why everybody listening knows what we mean when we use the phrase holiday stress. So everybody has an idea of what that is, right? Nobody's ever taken the time to define it, but yet we all know what it means. Holiday stress. There's stress that comes with the holidays. And the holidays are supposed to be, or they're presented by things like Hallmark and other greeting card and gift providers and stuff as the holidays, a time of just sparkles and smiles and sweet things. And it's all great and fun and light and just beautiful with the snow fluttering down. It's just perfect. Everything is perfect in the holidays. And that hyper perfection, that presentation of hyper perfection is, ironically, what causes the stress.
Because of our expectations?
Because of the expectations it sets.
That come from that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's our subversive approach to making the holidays so great, is kind of to reveal the facade.
To lift the curtain, right? It's like the wizard, right?
Yes.
The wizard.
Right. To lift the curtain and to be like, wait, hold up. All of this Hallmark perfection stuff, it's totally fun. I love it. I love the gingerbread houses and the gumdrops and the, what is it? That song? Raindrops on roses and all of those things. Those are fantastic. I love it. But at the same time, it's really kind of, it's just as much fun to me to kind of make fun of it. So I thought it would be fun to go through a list of things that are just the cliches of the Hallmark type movies.
Okay, but you got to know
what?
That I'm not going to stop watching them.
Of course
this
not.
Whole
because
season.
It's fun. It's part of the tradition. It has become part of the tradition.
Love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Right.
I love that when you see the women.
Okay, here we go with the list. I can feel it coming on. This is the list, people.
I don't have a list, though. You have a list?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you lead it, because I don't have a list. I'll chime in because I know these movies well.
Yes. But you continue because I know.
Okay. I'm always like when I'm watching, and because Toast will not watch these shows with me.
Well, I'll sit
but she'll
down.
be around.
I'll plop down on the couch
for like
for
10
minutes
minutes,
of time.
and then you walk away. Yeah. So I will say, "Oh my God, Toast! Look at this woman. She's in the hospital. She just got hit by a car."
Ooh, that sounds so bad. We're not laughing that she got hit by a car.
No. But she's laying there, and she, there's all the loved ones around her, and she kind of wakes up, and there's her fluttering, beautiful eyelash extensions, just fluttering, and she still has like beautiful like blush and lip gloss and the band-aids on her head, but like, you know, she's all beautiful, and her has a slight wave. You know, there's, you know, like she put it through the iron a little bit, and she's just there like, oh, just waking up, and
oh, what happened? But yet her face is just perfect. I love it. Or even just, I mean, that's the most extreme version, but there's also the versions of just waking up. Just
waking up like, oh, the alarm goes.
on a Sunday morning, right?
And they're like stretching, and they're wearing like the best flannel, perfect Christmas pajamas. And again, hair is perfectly curled.
The hair might be a little tousled,
but it's perfectly curled.
You know,
but it's just someone went shoot to the top of their head, right, to make it look a little. But they have the lashes going. They have the blush and the contouring and all of it.
Yeah, because it's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect
during the holidays. Right? So that's probably our favorite cliche to just have fun with. It's like, yeah, all right. But another one is the cute child character.
What is that?
Well, it's the single mom or the single dad who just happens to be raising a child who is the cute child character. You know what I mean? There's always got to be the cute child character.
Right.
And when they come along, it's like, okay, there they are. Yeah. We know that's part of the story. Another one is the asshole character.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Right? You got to have
yes.
the a-hole.
Yes. And it's always someone rich, wealthy.
Right? That's right.
Who doesn't like the small town that the girlfriend came to because she's doing a story on how this town saved Christmas, and she goes there and can't go to the fancy party of her fancy asshole fiance, and so he has to make his way to the small town, and he's all grouchy there and like, how could you be here, and just upset, right?
Or maybe it's okay, so that's one version of it. The other version is the version where it's the high-powered big business owner who is expanding his business into small-town America. Right? Mm-hmm. So there's that cliche character. And the other cliche is more of it's not a character. Well, I guess it is a character. It's just not a human character. It is that Christmas decoration thing, whether it's in the big city or it's in a small town. And there's no medium-sized towns in this world. There's no like just suburban places in this world generally, right? It's just you're either in New York City or it's a big metropolis and it's holidays a small there, town. Or it's this really small town where there's one stoplight. Yeah. But wherever you go, in either of those places, the character always in the background is the Christmas decorations.
Right. And that's what we watch it for too. Like really.
Exactly.
It's like, oh my God, it's so nice. Right. You forgot one character though.
Okay.
There's also the character, and it's usually a guy.
Okay.
Who lives in the small town.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Who tried his hand at the big city, but no. Had to come back because his mom needed him, or he came back because, you know, he had to save the business, step in for his dad, but he loves it there and he just does good.
He is the representation of the best of human nature.
Yes, he's everything.
He's going to do the right thing. Because he has his values in the right place.
Right. Because he's highly educated and he could be in the big city doing something outwardly successful like that. But no, he's going to be in the town, and he helps everyone who asks. And he also bakes cookies and chops the wood. And he also runs the cab service
Oh, okay. He does everything.
And he goes to, because it's a small town.
Right.
Right. And everyone knows him
Right.
by his first name.
Yes.
And I think you're missing that character.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think it would be so great because these shows are so heterosexual. I think that we need some like LGBTQ versions of Hallmark.
I know. Wouldn't that be so awesome?
That would be great, right?
Yeah. That'd be a real step of progress,
yes.
I think.
Yes.
The other thing that I remember you pointed out, you've noticed about these movies is that anytime, I shouldn't say anytime, most of the time when there's a single parent situation, it's because the
oh yes, I know what you're going to say.
Okay.
It's because the partner died versus them having a divorce.
Right.
It's always because you don't have
Because
divorces
there's no
in
fooling
Hallmark
around
land.
in this land. Yeah.
Anyways.
Or not that, okay. Oh, and let me clarify. Yes, we
I
realize
know.
you can have a divorce without having fooling around.
Right.
But anyway, okay. So all of those, it's fun to watch those movies, and we want
Just
to
get
live in that
into
world.
the outward spirit.
Yeah, it's kind of like
That's
going,
a decoration.
I feel
That's
like
a decoration.
I feel like
too.
it's going to Disneyland, right? You go to Disneyland, and you know that everything you're seeing it's a facade. I mean, you're paying them so that they show you this facade. That's why you're going.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's real life, but it also doesn't mean that you refuse to enjoy it. So you can enjoy the presentation and the idea of this perfect sweetness. Enjoy it.
Yes.
That I think that's part of having a genuine spiritual experience, honestly, if you are real about its place in your life and you're not trying to literally make your life like that, you know?
Right.
So I think that's
Right.
where the holiday stress and expectations and all that stuff comes in. It's like, yes, we create ritual and we create these moments and circumstances of beauty in our real life, but we're not doing the holiday-itis.
Right.
Holiday-itis, whereas the inflammation of the holidays, and we're trying to make actual life like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think it's helpful and it's freeing and it's fun to kind of poke fun at that idea of like, are you going to try and make your real life like that? No.
Just enjoy the feeling
Exactly. Yeah.
as you watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully you will be there with me watching the Christmas cookie.
Oh my gosh.
The holiday
Do it.
house. Or the angel's wing.
The Christmas wreath.
The red mitten.
The enchanted ornament. The holiday sweater. You should have a contest, right? Just contribute all of your proposed movie titles and we'll have a drawing for something. Maybe we can do that. A date for Christmas. The red ribbon. The perfect gift.
Anyways.
A boyfriend for Christmas. It's great.
All right.
So much fun. So much fun.
So, anyways, hope this was fun to listen to. Don't be stressed about the holidays. Don't worry about the expectations. It really is the holidays coming up really is just an outward reason for all of us to remember to connect with others. Connection. Holidays are all about really connection. So just don't forget that connecting in general is free.
Amen.
You don't need the perfect gift. You don't need all that stuff. And just do what you want to do, what feels right to do.
But you do need to be present.
Yes. Present is more important. Presence is more important than the present. Presence is more important than presence.
Gifts,
All right.
Ah,
Okay, so hope you folks have a great week. Happy November.
that's right. It's only November, but
Happy
we're talking about
November.
holidays already.
Because people are thinking about it.
That's right.
All right.
And we do wish you a fun, fantastic, lighthearted introduction to the holiday season.
Don't forget to take a pop into our shop, our online shop. Use the code POD10, POD10 to get 10% off.
And you can find our shop at siennaandtoast.com.
And until next time, this is Sienna.
And this is Toast, encouraging and inviting you to come and live your love story.